foundation and my eyebrows, and I already primed my eyelids. So I'm going to go in with the Morphe Kathleen Lights palette. I always go to this, and I'm just going to start in with this shade right here, which is the top one on the third. And I'm just going to go in with a brush, which is my smudge brush. Yeah. And I'm just, where's my mirror at? Hold on. And I'm just going to go in right where the crease is at, and I'm just going to blend that. Normally I would do like a bright color, but we're going to go ahead and do something a little different today. I'm just going to be going in with this. And if you can hear anything in the background, I always have people that are so loud in the back. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just going to go in with this crease and just going really lightly in there, and then I'm going to go ahead and intensify and go in with a darker shade. I'm going to pick up this angle brush, and then I like using this angle brush because I feel like when I'm going to go another layer with a different color, it kind of like helps like go right underneath it with this angle. And this is by Royal. It's an angle shader, and I'm going to go ahead and pick up a different shade, which I'm going to go ahead and go in with this. I kind of want it to go a little bit colder, so I'm just going to go ahead and go in with this one right here, which is right underneath it, and I'm just going to pick that up. As you can tell which shadows I use a lot. I hardly ever use like the ones up here, mainly just all these right here. But I'm going to go ahead and get that one, and then I'm going to go underneath this eye right about here, and then just kind of go in this with the angle. I'm just kind of blending it in little by little. And then I kind of just get the point and just blend like right at the corner. Is how I find that it also works for me. And then I just kind of blend it in again. Just kind of messing with it. Blend until you find how you like that look. I'm going to go ahead and pick this one right here, which is this really pretty gold one. And my shadow brush, I'm just going to go ahead and pick that up and just apply it on the lower lid. Just tap that and go in right about here. And it kind of helps if you just kind of tap and then kind of slowly bring it out. Just tap. That's how it gives that little goldy look. In with the shader brush again, and I'm just going to go ahead and pick up this like grayish color, which is this one right here. It's going to go in, and I have to smoke my eye a little bit. I just feel weird. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I personally like to, just to give it a little bit more oomph in the eyes. And then I'm just going to go in here and kind of just in circular motions just at the edge of it. With this angle brush, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here just to go underneath the brow. And yeah, next I'm just going to conceal my eyes. If you've seen, you know this is my favorite, which I'm actually running out of. I need to go get me some more. And I feel like my eyes are still kind of swollen. I can't sleep. Insomnia sucks. I'm just kind of going at an angle. And then on top of that, I'm going in with the other Maybelline, which is the Better Skin. And then just putting that on top of it. And kind of just that out.
making sure that I set everything because oh my god, it's been extremely hot. And then just tap on it.
Set it with the air spun. I just really like this. I'm just gonna grab my beauty blender and I'm just gonna cook it underneath there. So you guys. And then just kind of set everything. And that's how I do mine. I know everyone's different, so but this is basically how I do mine. So yeah.
It's 24-hour wear by Revlon, which is this one right here, and Stella. This is a contour palette, and I'm going to go in with this one right here, obviously, and just pick that up, and just kind of bronze my face a little bit. Get some color.
And with my Physicians Formula, I'm already hitting pan on that. I'm just going to pick some of that up as well and just blend it in with the other one and just go from there.
I also have a haul video for you guys coming soon because I'm just waiting for some stuff to arrive so I can do that for you guys. But yeah, I'm leaving about a week to Miami, and so I've ordered some stuff and bought some stuff, so I'm excited to share that with you guys.
In with NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Electric Blue, which is a 622A, which is right there. And I'm just going to kind of go this on the outer line. I really want a pop of color for the bottom part. I know you're not supposed to pull your eyelid, but I'm going very, very gently. And underneath the waterline. Like that. This old shadow from MAC that I don't even know, like it's a flip one. Went in with this blue. I've had it for a long time, so any kind of like bright blue that you have at home will do just fine. I'm going in with the Kat Von D brush, which is I'm using this edge right here, and I'm just gonna kind of smudge this over it and kind of just bring it all the way out here and kind of just bring it in. And bring it out and then bring it in. And it gives you that kind of, and then we're just gonna smudge that in a minute. Went in with the Too Faced one. This one is Love Flesh. It's a really pretty like peachy blush that I like. I'm just gonna dab that in there with my Wet n Wild, and I'm just gonna put it up right here. All the hair is Jingle from my bracelet. It never fails. And just kind of up here, and then I kind of just go like this because I'm gonna like blend that out in a little bit. But to give it a little bit of spiciness, I'm going to go in with the peach blush as well and top that on there. I love the way it smells. Ooh. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild Kabuki brush, and I'm just going to blend that in there. don't be too intense. Go in and do curl my lashes. I'm gonna put these two mascaras that I've been using and love, which is the Star Wars CoverGirl one, and then the Estee Lauder one. And it's kind of boring to just videotape this, so I'm just gonna do this. So I'll be back. Lashes are on, and I'm using Eyelure with Nicole Guerrero eyelashes in 143. These are my favorite eyelashes. I love them to the bone. I have so many of those that I have. So yeah, so that's what I use. And next I'm going to highlight my face with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero highlight palette. Oh my god, I'm going to talk about this in my favorites coming up, but I just love it. But since we're going for that beachy look, I think I'm going to end up going in with Forever Young, which is this one right here. I'm just going to grab that. And I'm using this brush, I don't even know, it's from Luxie, it's the 514 blush, but I use it as a highlight. I just love the angle of it for highlight. So yeah, and then I'm just gonna highlight all right here. You can tell it's just, oh my god, it's just like a pretty highlight. I love this palette, it's like my favorite. And I'm just going in there. Then I go on the bridge of my nose and then the tip of it, and then keep it back. And so there it is. So for the lipstick, I'm going to go in with Ablaze by MAC, which is this one right here. It's just like a really pretty peachy pink color, and yeah. I just like to outline it because I got big lips. So this is the color that I use, and I'm just gonna set everything with the MAC Set and Prep, and then I also used another one as well, which is Boscia. I'm gonna place it. And that is it, guys. So this is the look. I always think that if you go nudie, I like a little pop of color on the bottom. It looks so pretty. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys like this video. Please comment, subscribe, and do all that. Also follow me on my social media, which I have all the links in the description in the bottom. I'm always on Snapchat and always on Instagram. So make sure you follow me on there. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.